Hey, what's up? My name is Nelson.
My name is Michael. Today we're going to be doing a discussion on the new Halloween Kills.
This will be completely spoilery. So, there's your warning.
The nightmare isn't over as unstoppable killer Michael Myers escapes from Laurie Strode's trap to continue his ritual bloodbath. Injured and taken to the hospital, Laurie fights through the pain as she inspires residents of Haddonfield to rise up against Michael. Taking matters into their own hands, the Strode women and other survivors from a vigilante mob hunt down Michael Myers and end his reign of terror once and for all. First, we got to talk about the opening kills.
Like the firefighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one to talk about. People did not like that scene. But what did you think about it?
I loved it. It showed Michael Myers
doing his thing.
It showed Michael Myers
And
being Michael Myers.
Honestly, it's like not the worst part about the movie. Like no way. Like it's not.
No.
Like it's way less gruesome than a lot of the movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean that's like the tip. That's like the tip.
Yeah, they barely even showed like him actually like kill. Like you could see him killing them, and you see the blood, but you don't really see what their faces look like after he's done. But like in other parts of the movie, you see everything.
Yeah.
Like in Halloween from 2018, you don't get to see all of the kills. And they did that as like a classical feel, like the old movies where, you know, there were some where you couldn't like see the kills, but you could hear it, and it made it that much more creepy.
You see them all in this.
But you see them all in this one. You see them all.
And you see some of the kills that happened in 2018 in this one.
Yep.
Because it is obviously still 2018. It's not like, it's not...
Yeah. This movie takes place on the same night as the one from 2018 took place.
All right. How did you feel about the very beginning with the flashbacks? How did you feel about the flashbacks? And then I'll say how I felt.
Okay. So my opinion on the flashbacks was that while it didn't really need to be there to help with the story, because most of us who have watched Halloween already know the story, it did kind of, I guess...
I mean, it gives you a little bit more.
Yeah, it gave you a little bit more, and is that like... Did they record that today with modern actors?
Yeah, that's all new actors.
So the doctor...
Dude, didn't that look like him?
CGI'd that on there.
Dude, didn't it look like
him?
him?
Exactly like him.
Okay,
I was so confused.
I'm leaving this in here. Dr. Loomis.
Yeah.
It's been a while since you've seen the first one, right?
Yeah. I saw Dr. Loomis and I was like...
Yeah, Dr. Loomis, dude, the guy, whoever played him, which I don't know, probably should look that up. Yeah, I'm not being very professional, but... It looked just like him. It did, dude. I was like,
he is not that young anymore. He's like...
Oh, he's dead.
He's
now.
dead.
He died.
I was genuinely like... Because they did a good job of making it look like it was an older film that they took and remastered.
Oh, yeah. It definitely looks old. And the mask, Michael Myers' mask, it looks spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on. Very well.
It was awesome. Yeah.
The actor they got to play... Frank, Officer Frank, Officer Hawkins.
Yeah,
he did well. I've seen him in a few things, in a few horror movies he's been in, and just a couple of things. But I thought he played that character pretty well.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't exactly think it was necessary. I mean, it was cool backstory, kind of, and like
it kind of added like a spine to the story.
Yeah,
like it wasn't like necessary, but it was all right to be there. Like it wasn't like it didn't make the movie bad.
No, it didn't. That's not even something I would even say was bad. I actually did like it a lot.
Yeah,
and just how they went about it, and it's so sad when Michael kills that one guy because he said that he was like when they were walking down the alley trying to find Michael because he just got done killing everybody that night. This is right after that night. This is right after Michael gets shot 6 times by Dr. Loomis. This is right where it picks up at. But it's sad because he's talking about how Michael was kind of like a sad kid, and he knew him as a child.
Yeah.
So when Michael Myers kills him, I was just like, he kills that other cop. I was like, whoa. Yeah, that was that.
It kind of hit you.
It did hit me.
It was like a brick fist in your face.
Yeah, I was like, oh man. And then when he tells him, did we get him? And he's like,
yeah, we got him.
We got him. I was like, oh, that's super sad.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, they did technically get him. They just didn't kill him. Because it's Hawkins.
He gave up. Yeah, he gave up.
Michael Myers walks out on the street and the
It's
cops
terrifying.
surround him.
It's so scary. I was like, he's just standing there, and I was just like, it's so freaking scary. I was like, damn.
The one cop goes to put a bullet in the back of his head, which still probably wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah.
He's been shot and stabbed multiple times. He's never died. Anyways, that's not the point. And Hawkins, that's his name, right?
Officer Hawkins.
He comes in and he stops them from shooting. He stops Dr. Loomis from shooting him in the
that
back
happened.
of the head.
They reveal that later in the movie, but yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's like the whole flashback put together.
Then we get the firefighter scene. I just wanted to get that out of the way. The firefighter scene out of the way. I just wanted to get that. It was a good scene. I like the firefighter scene.
Yeah. So about the firefighter
Wasn't that
scene,
bad.
the way when he reaches down to grab his fellow firefighter's hand, and you just see Michael Myers reach up and grab him, and you just hear a slight scream. It's like, ah! And then it cuts out of the building.
That was good.
Yeah. Oh my god. When he was walking out of the building, goosebumps. Chills.
For sure. Yeah, it's good. The mask looks really good.
It's right there.
Movie accurate mask.
It's right there.
Thanks to this guy. But
it was a gift.
Thank you, buddy.
We did a
Secret Slashers.
Secret Slashers is what we're calling it. It's kind of like Secret Santa, but for Halloween.
Yeah.
It's a new trend, so we started it. So if anybody does it, we get credit. All right?
Yeah. But now back to the movie. But yeah, so basically Michael just starts mowing through people after that.
Yeah. What I didn't get was all the firefighters, they saw Michael, and this would be my honest reaction too. I'd be like, oh, gotta get ready. But they all were they didn't follow their firefighter procedures. They'd be like, oh my god, it's a guy coming out of a burning building. We should probably help this guy. No, they were all like, weapon? One dude had a freaking saw that they used to cut open cars.
They knew. Oh man, that did not work out for him. That did not work out for him at all.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, no.
Yeah, no. They knew who he was, and the guy with the saw, he went to cut him, and then Michael was like, nah, G, Uno reverse card.
Yeah, that was probably the most gruesome part, but you really don't see it. You don't even see it.
It's just gruesome about the fact that he's killing someone that people idolize as heroes.
Yeah, they were subtle about it. Michael doesn't pick and choose who he kills. I mean,
they just did his way.
The only people Michael Myers don't kill are babies and people who are sleeping, just basically defenseless people. Michael is not going to kill somebody who's defenseless.
Yeah.
Because that's he's a hunter. He hunts people. That's what he does. I mean, it's messed up, but that's what he does.
There was one kid that he killed in the movie.
I mean, kids, yes.
Well, he was 13 type kid.
Yeah, kids. No, he doesn't normally do that in the movies. He's done it in the last two of these. That's...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dude, he was holding up the kid's mask, and I was like...
Yeah.
Michael, that's kind of messed up.
Right? I was just like, damn, dude. All right. You get to the hospital where Laurie's at, and sheriff of the town, which I love that actor who plays the sheriff. Oh, yeah, you get to the hospital, but the sheriff, yeah, he was really cool. The guy with the cowboy hat. Yeah, he's really good. I can't remember.
He's been a good actor. I can't remember what else I've seen him in, but I know I've definitely seen him in something.
I can't even remember his name for the movie. I don't know, Sheriff something.
Sheriff. He is the law. Dude, when he was talking to that old cop, the really old one, and he was talking to him, he's like, I am the law. It's like, you're talking to a cop. He's also the law.
You know that cop's from the first one, right?
Yeah. That's the original actor too, right?
Yep.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, that's cool. They got him back. He is old.
He's old.
Old. That dude's got to be at
least 80.
At least 80, maybe a little older. But yeah, and Laurie, she thinks he's just completely dead and it's over. And actually, Karen and Allison find out that he's alive because the sheriff tells Karen.
Yeah.
And they kind of keep Laurie in the dark for a little while.
Yeah.
Which is understandable because she's very beat up because,
and they don't want her to go out there and to try to start trying to find him because she'll hurt herself more.
The moment she finds out, she's trying to get out there and get it.
Yep, and she's in desperate pain.
Yeah. And then you got but before that, forgot to talk about it. We're gonna be all over the place, like every time.
Part of the flashback, it's like the Doyle, like the brother and like the two sisters or whatever, and they're bullying a kid named Lonnie. I remember that because my name's Ronnie, so well, cool. Um, and they bully him. They were like, whatever, like hopefully Michael Myers doesn't kill you. And they're the kids based off of the original movie where the one Doyle chick, she's like getting ripped up out the car, and then the brother, I don't remember what happens to him. The male Doyle.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happens to him, but he has a close encounter, and then the other sister also has a close encounter. It's whatever. And then they all grow up. They're all friends now, and they're in the bar, and they're having like this little talent show. And,
yeah, this goes right back to 2018.
Yep. All right. So, anyways, they're in the bar. They're having the talent show, and Lonnie goes up on stage. He's all drunk. You can tell he's drunk. And he calls up the Doyle brother. I couldn't tell.
Tommy Doyle.
Tommy Doyle. Calls up Tommy Doyle to the stage. Tommy starts telling the story about Michael Myers in the first Halloween, how
1978.
In 1978, how he took so many lives and how it affected them all.
It was chilling.
Yeah, it was kind of like eye-watering.
Yeah, it was. And to see everybody, too, from, you got the nurse, the little girl.
Yep.
And just him being like, they're the survivors, and and he's got a beer in his hand, and he's like, we're the survivors of Michael Myers.
Yep.
And honestly, this movie, we'll get into more of it, but this movie with the emotions, honestly, it hit so well, and you don't really see that a lot in slasher movies. That is one thing this movie did very, very well, was the emotions. I've actually felt choked up a couple of times. At that point, I kind of felt choked up, and a couple other times in the movie with, Karen and her husband, as her husband's gone. It's really, really sad. And yeah, it really hits really well on the emotions, and just different things throughout the movie, like the couple that he kills.
Oh my gosh.
This couple, okay, they are the sweetest couple to ever walk the planet. They are, dude.
They make you love them instantly.
Instantly. I love them. And then Michael, you see it in the trailer. You see the one woman getting killed. But man, it just I felt so bad. She's playing with that drone, and she's cussing and swearing. It's so funny. And then he's all like, "Come on, baby, let's get into the room," and he's flirting with her and stuff. And it makes you love him immediately. But and then Michael kills him, and that like hurt. I was like, damn.
And he does it brutally too.
Brutally. I mean, he
very brutally
takes the light off of the those long lights that are in the kitchens. Takes it off, breaks it on the counter, and just stabs it right through her neck. He crushes his skull through the wall.
Yeah, he like reaches out through the window, grabs his head, and just slams it into the wall.
But
breaks the glass.
One thing I don't like about that, I did not like when after he brutally messes them up and the wife is just slightly awake or slightly still alive, and he starts taking knives and putting it in his back. Putting him in his back.
That's really what Michael Myers does.
No, I was like, see, like I said in my spoiler-free review, I am in the camp of wanting my Michael Myers to be my Michael Myers, not. I want him to do the same. I know that's a lot of people don't like that, but I want him to just do the same thing he did in 1978. It's that weird, like, he's making the woman watch while he's stabbing different knives into this guy's back.
And it's not even character development, it's character devolving.
Oh, yeah.
He's gone from having a sense of morality to just actually being a sociopath.
Which is what he is. It's just, I don't know.
It's just different, though.
It's just, he would kill them. Don't get me wrong.
He normally just kills them instantly. He doesn't, like, waste his time.
He would kill them.
Through pain.
Yeah, he would kill them for sure.
Yeah, he normally just...
But I just didn't... That's one thing I did not like about it at all. That was kind of weird for me. I was just like, that is not something Michael Myers would do.
And I don't think I'll get a lot of hate for this, because I thought this when he told me what the critics said, how they said that there was not enough story and too much killing. This movie has a good amount of both.
Yeah, it does.
I've had time to think about it, and originally I thought there wasn't enough killing and too much story, but now that I've sat and thought about it, it's a really good amount of both. The story is beautiful. It picks up right where it left off in 2018. It's honestly, it's kind of like a, I wouldn't say a masterpiece, but
but with the mobs and all that, with the mob,
yeah.
I love when the town's coming together and they're like, we're gonna kill Michael Myers, finally get it over with, and Tommy Doyle leading the pack. The guy who played Tommy Doyle was awesome. He led the pack.
He was a good actor.
And he was really good. Like, I mean, some of his dialogue here and there for pretty much everybody was kind of iffy at times.
Yeah, there was some. It was like kind of like
little
they were making
one-liners
fun of the old movies.
Yeah, and because they kept saying evil dies tonight, and the first time Tommy Doyle yells evil dies tonight in front of the whole crowd at the hospital, I was like chills. I was like,
yeah, that was a good.
I was like, woo. I was like,
part.
oh man, and then they kept saying it over and over again, and I was like, okay, you're kind of taking away from that chills I had.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I was like, okay, now you overdid it a little bit. And that's kind of like with a little bit of the dialogue I didn't really like.
Yeah, there were some issues with some of the dialogue, but most of it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But there were, like you said, quite a few cringy...
Yeah, like one-liners.
Stereotype one-liners.
Yeah. And I was just like, no. Dog's here. But, yeah. But I did like the whole town coming together. I thought that was so cool.
That was awesome.
And I really did like the character Lonnie, played by Robert Longstreet, and he's really good.
Oh yeah.
You would. You know what he's from, right? In Midnight Mass. He's the drunk.
He's the drunk.
Totally.
That just clicked. As soon as you said Midnight Mass, I was like, he's the drunk.
yeah, he's really good. He's in Haunting Hill House.
He's a good actor.
He's in Midnight Mass. He's in this. He is an amazing actor.
I've seen him in something before too, like
other things too. But he was one of the best parts about Midnight Mass, and he was really really good in this. And I like that his son was Allison's boyfriend.
Yeah,
I thought that was really cool. So. Ooh. And we'll get there. Yeah. I really did like that a lot. I mean, his character just kind of being like Tommy's like right-hand man, leading the other packs. But it does suck what happens with break off. You had that couple from the bar. It was funny because it was funny with the humor because he was there was a couple at the bar and. He was dressed like a doctor, and she was dressed like a nurse. But in real life, she's the doctor, and he's the nurse. And I was like, yeah, dude. That was like a laugh out loud joke right there. That hit. Some of the humor really lands hard. I couldn't believe it.
They did a good job with writing the jokes.
They did. The jokes were pretty funny. I chuckled at least 3 times in that movie, and it's a freaking Halloween movie.
So they split off into groups and stuff, and in the one group, it's the original nurse from the 1978 Halloween, where she survived the attack and her head's getting ripped through the car and stuff.
Michael shows up.
It's the couple, the nurse and the doctor. It's the nurse and the doctor.
Oh, and how the freaking girl dies, how the wife dies.
Oof.
Oh my god, with the gun.
Oof.
She goes to shoot Michael, and it just
he kicks the door open
just to get her hand to pull over.
It hits the gun and just
boom. I was like, what a way to die.
Oh my god!
What the heck?
The way that oh my god. Okay, so the husband, he was the one that was dressed like a doctor but was really a nurse. He takes his stethoscope, or his wife's stethoscope, and tries. He wraps it around his neck and is like, "Die, mother bleeper!" And then he's choking him, but he's not actually choking him because he has it wrapped around right here.
Yeah.
I was like, you're kind of dumb, but
he tried. It's in the moment,
Yeah, Michael looks at him and just goes,
"Oh man,
brutal!" Gouges out his eye, and you see the whole thing.
The gore, dude. The gore in this is brutal.
The gore is phenomenal.
Yeah, that was crazy, and I like that couple too. And they killed another couple that we just met. I was like, dang. They make you like people in this, but
just to take them away. When Michael Myers escapes from the bus, so do other psychiatric patients from the psych ward. So there's one in particular that makes it to Haddonfield, just like Michael does, and he's real short. I wouldn't say he's big, but because of how short he is, he kind of looks like Ed from 90 Day Fiancé, Big Ed.
Yeah.
With the no neck. Well, he does have a neck, but it's
yeah. He's a stubby short guy.
Yeah. And he runs into the hospital and he's like, help me, help me.
And the whole mob thinks it's Michael.
They all think it's Michael. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, okay, I mean, none of these guys have ever seen Michael. And I get it because he's wearing the same psychiatric outfit.
They've seen Michael, though.
But, like,
I guess.
Michael's, like, 9 foot tall. Like,
yeah, dude. Like,
he's at least 6'4".
Like, you think this guy that's 5'5" and weighs 280 pounds is Michael Myers. But, okay, I mean, they all see him, you know, and Karen keeps telling him to freaking, you know, it's not him.
So, yeah, they all think that it's Michael Myers, and they start chasing him through the hallways, and he's running and running and running, and Karen, she knows it's not Michael, because she's seen him. She knows what Michael looks like. Not his face, but she's seen him with the body structure and whatnot. So, she's helping this guy, and she locks him in a room to protect him. It's like a corridor. Like, you ever been in a hospital with a corridor and it has like doors on either side? It's like a closed hallway. So she locks him in. He locks the door behind her when she gets out so that she can try to tell them that it's not Michael, and nobody's listening. They're starting to break through the door.
It's a big mob. It's
busting
like
the glass.
200 people.
Our boy, the psychiatric patient, this is probably one of the most depressing scenes of the movie. And it didn't even really need to be there. This whole thing with him.
The whole entire structure of this scene is just... It doesn't make sense. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit angry. It just doesn't... It's not supposed to be in there.
The only thing I can think of for why they put that scene in there is just to show how when people are scared, how they will act.
Yeah.
It's very realistic. I can't lie.
I mean, you can see the light in anything.
Yeah.
He can see the light in anything. I think it's just completely stupid.
He grabs a fire hydrant, busts the window open, climbs outside, jumps.
And it's gruesome when he hits the ground, too. It's gruesome. You see everything. I just felt like it was dumb. Like, why? Why did this scene need to be in here? It just... I get what you're saying, but it made no sense to me at all.
No. I don't think that the entire... Like, I think the entire scene should have been taken out. It shouldn't have made it to the final
I mean, the
cut.
movie's an hour and 48 minutes long, or an hour and, like, 43 minutes long or something.
Yeah, I was just...
You could have took that completely out.
Yeah, I was explaining why I thought they put it in there.
Yeah, I mean, I get what they were trying to say. You know, they're scared. They want you to know how scared they are.
Yep.
Just a little too much steps.
The movie definitely could have been shorter.
Oh, yeah. It could have just took that completely out.
Yeah, it would have been fine. But if that wasn't there, we wouldn't have missed anything.
Yeah, right. But Lori finds out, finally, Officer Hawkins is actually alive. Officer Hawkins is alive. Forgot about that.
Hawkins is alive.
Hawkins is alive. You know, it kept showing a little bit of his backstory. And I was like, he should be alive, you know, I mean. And then it shows, yes, he is alive. Actually, the boyfriend, Allison's boyfriend, does save him.
Yeah.
Which was a cool moment for that character.
Yep.
To save him. And he gets into the hospital, and that's sort of, you know, Lori's like, I got him. She tells him I got him, you know, and he's dead. And he's like, oh, good, he's dead. And I'm just like, and Karen knows that he's not dead, and
we all know that he's not dead.
Yeah, and she sort of starts putting the pieces together when she starts seeing patients come in, and so many patients coming in.
Yep.
And that's when she finally finds out, and Karen's like, I didn't want to tell you right away because I didn't know how to tell you.
I didn't know how to word it.
But, yeah, she didn't know how to tell her, and it was just... When Lori finds out, it's so sad.
It's
you know, and she's just like, she just wants it to end. She's just fed up, and she wants it to end, and it's just, you know, and she just got out of surgery, too.
Yeah.
She's all messed up. And
Allison wants it to end, too.
Yeah.
She's tired of it as well.
Yeah.
Allison she becomes kind of like a badass little character.
Yeah, she does. She's taken after her grandma.
Oh, yeah.
But Lori tries to go out there with the mob and kind of, you know, go out and try to take out Michael, and she just got surgery done, and she stabs this, you know, whatever substance into her body that makes her, you know, the pain go away.
It makes the pain go away.
Yeah.
We were in the theater, I looked over at the person next to me, and I was like, chalky milk. As soon as she said that, it makes the pain. I think they did that on purpose. I feel like they did that because it was a joke.
But she ends up kicking this guy that was in the mob, that was in, you know, part of the town's mob, and and it opens up her wounds, and she starts bleeding again, and she basically just can't do anything, you know, and so she basically just has to wait this one out to see, and that's when Karen and Allison, she went out with everybody, you know, her mom told her not to, and she was like, I'm fighting, you know, my grandma's been through too much, I'm gonna get it done, you know,
totally.
she's badass. Like she goes out like a badass, and but
she got that sawed-off shotgun. She ready to
dude,
go.
She picks the biggest gun she can find when they ask her what she wants.
They're all looking through this container of like handguns, and she sees the sawed-off shotgun and is like, "Mine."
Right. basically, Michael, the dad of the boyfriend Cameron, his dad, they end up finding out Michael's going to his house. They can tell by a map, which was really cool.
It was like a straight arrow.
Yeah, it was a straight arrow pointing back to the Myers house. And another couple, 3 couples in this movie you again immediately like.
Oh yeah, totally.
And they're really funny together.
Big John, Little John.
Yeah, they're really
they call
each
other Big John, Little John.
Yeah, but they're real funny and like they got all these jokes and stuff and like it's comedy relief throughout. But they live in the Myers house and these kids are messing with them because they're in the Myers house and he's like, who used to live in this house, right? And kids are like, I'm not scared. You should be, and like, he's gonna come get you, the boogeyman, and like I was like, you end up liking him, but Michael goes into the house, and they're sitting there watching a movie, and Michael comes in.
Michael first knocks on the back door, and they're like, oh, those kids are back. And now they're at the back door. So he goes over, checks the door, and he opens it. There's nobody there. He's like, hey, you kids, you better stop. This is the Myers house. And then there's knocking at the front door, and there was this little one-liner I thought was pretty funny. He goes, now they're at the front door.
Yeah, and it was good. It was good.
He gets up, checks, nobody there. The other guy comes around. Little John comes around, and he's looking at Big John. And he's like, anybody there? And he's like, no, but I bet they're in the bushes. And then Big John's like, did you lock the back door? And Little John's like, nah, I'm gonna go check. So Little John goes back, and the door's like cracked open, and there's like a blood print, and a handprint like bloody on the door frame.
That's when they know.
And then like he's like, Big John, there's someone in our house. And Big John grabs the tiniest little knife.
It's like this big.
It's like a letter opener is what it looks like.
Yeah, it's so small.
Little John grabs a Michael Myers, kitchen knife.
Yeah.
I think that was a play on words because Big John had the little knife and Little John had the big knife.
Yeah.
So. Anyways, they go upstairs and Big John goes into the study, he goes into the study which used to be Michael Myers' sister's bedroom.
Yeah.
We all know how he stares out the window and whatnot. Michael Myers standing there and Big John gets killed gruesomely. Another time where he gouges out his eyes.
Yep.
It's another one. And then Little John comes in. He sees Big John on the floor, and he's like, "No, Big John." And then he stands up and looks at Michael, and he's because he notices Michael in the window.
And he's like, Michael.
He's like, Michael.
Yeah.
You've come home.
And it's so terrifying, and it just cuts. It doesn't even show.
Yep. It doesn't even show him killing him. It's just gone.
Yeah, but. And then finally, Cameron and his dad, Lonnie, and Allison, they're all together. They make it to the Myers house. They're and they're going in there, and they know Michael's in there. And they go in there, and Allison walks in, and she sees a picture of the couple, and they're like in this like pose, like where his head's on the lap.
Yeah,
and
it's like their wedding photo.
Yeah, something. But Michael puts them exactly the way
he poses them like the picture.
He poses them like the picture. They're dead. That was so messed up. I was like, whoa, like, oh man.
Another time where it was Michael not really being Michael, but
I mean that one a little bit because Michael does like to play.
He does
because in the first one he puts the sheet on. He puts the sheet on and kills that girl.
He's like a grizzly bear.
He likes to play with his food.
Yeah,
it's messed up, but. I thought that was messed up, but Cameron's dad went in, and Lonnie, his dad's in there, and his dad Lonnie's in there, and he's been killed. And he's walking through with a gun, and he's got, like, blood dripping down onto his hand. And he looks up and sees his dad, and that's when Michael jumps out and just starts screwing up Allison's boyfriend. And
as soon as he started walking down the hallway by himself, I'm like, oh, they're about to kill off Cameron.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Like, it's so, like, freaking... Like, how he was beating the crap out of him and stuff. Like, he stayed good for a while.
It was brutal.
Like, it was brutal, but he was, like, alive for a while. And all Allison can do downstairs is watch.
He slams his head through the, at the top of the stairs, there's, like, a banister. He slams his head through, like, one of the banister, like, poles or whatever. And he starts slamming his throat down onto the ledge. And it's crushing his windpipe. So he's slowly dying. And he kind of leaves him like that. His head's hanging. He can see, he can hear. Like, he's still aware of everything that's happening. He's having a hard time breathing, and he obviously can't talk. It's like his vocal cords have been ripped.
Yeah.
And Michael, like, friggin' Alice, and she's like, "You get down here, you mother." And it's like,
yeah, and she's like ready to go, and she actually ended up like hurting herself too.
Yeah, she got a broken leg because Michael threw her downstairs.
I mean, it was like sprained or something, but like she could walk.
Yeah, Michael threw her down the stairs one night. So
Michael
walks around the banister, starts walking down the stairs a little bit, and she's like, "Come on, come on!" And then Michael stops, looks over at Cameron, and Allison's like, "No, don't, please don't."
What is he gonna do?
And then Michael goes, it's basically 180'd his head.
It's so messed up.
He's dead.
But he goes down there though.
He goes down there, and Allison, she's got the knife that she had, and she goes to stab him, but he grabs it, turns it around, starts putting it towards her throat, and she's like, "Do it, mother bleeper," and then do it, and then you see her look behind him, and you're like, "Oh, okay," and then you just see her mom just go with the pitchfork that was on the front porch.
Once. I'm like, oh man, that's standard in a horror movie. Everyone's dumb.
Yep. Michael falls over. His head hits like the bottom step, and
you hear it. And I was like, he just snapped his neck. I was like, you hear the noise, and I thought he was done.
Yep.
Like, does Michael have a broken neck? Because I mean,
might have been his nose.
Oh, something cracked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She does stomp his head too, right?
Yeah.
Like into the.
Yeah. I like this. Is he just walking around with a broken neck because he's Michael Myers?
He's Michael freaking Myers. Yeah. He doesn't feel pain.
But she takes his mask off, and we're getting to the ending. She takes his mask off though, and walks outside and says, "If you come get me.
Come get me
if you want this mask."
You can kind of see his face, and I'm not gonna kid you, because of his bald head. Like, it kind of looked like Dr. Loomis, but taller and skinnier.
Yeah.
I said that to Hunter, and Hunter was like, yeah.
I guess. I didn't even think that. But...
Is that Dr. Loomis over
there? Yeah.
And oh my God, when he was walking, like, following her, without the mask on, he looks so weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's just a guy in a jumpsuit. But it's not Michael
She's running around. She's got the mask in her hand. She's running around. And like, they end up trapping him with all of the townspeople, with Tommy Doyle leading the charge, and they just start just brutally beating the crap out of him, just trying to kill him.
Oh my gosh.
They got him on the ground.
Breaking.
He ends up putting the mask back on. They do.
He gets shot
6
or 7 times
just
by the
a
one
bunch
guy.
of times. And he's finally done. And
he's like on the ground, face down.
Good. Yeah, and that's when...
So Karen, she sees him on the ground, and Tommy's like, "Listen, go be with your family." And she's like, "Nah." She walks over to where Michael's trying to reach for the knife that's next to him, and she stops for a couple seconds, reaches down, grabs it, takes the knife, and stabs it right where the spine meets the neck.
Right, yeah.
And I thought he was dead for sure. Like, I thought this is finally where they kill Michael Myers.
Yeah, I knew there was another one coming out though, so I was like, I don't know. Halloween ends.
and she goes back to be with Allison and whatnot. And then while she's there, like with the ambulance and stuff, and like the people that are helping take care of Allison because she's got this messed up leg.
Yeah.
All you see is like a soundtrack, and it's like quick flashes of Michael just killing that entire group that was like beating the crap out of him.
Yeah.
He saves Tommy Doyle for last, obviously, and just stabs him once, and he's done.
Yep.
Tommy's done.
After all that, and that's it, done. He ends up coming back. He ends up killing Karen.
Yep.
It's just like, and that's gonna give Laurie motivation for the next movie.
Yep.
And I'm really looking forward to Halloween Ends. Honestly, I as much as I don't like this movie, I like it as much as there's a lot of things I don't like about this movie. I feel like there is definitely some room to grow in the next one and be better.
Sure.
For the next one. I feel like the next one is going to be a lot better. I honestly, for some reason, I feel like the next one's going to be better than that 2018 one. Yep. I really do. I honestly do. I don't know why. I just got a feeling. Laurie's got such motivation. Michael just killed her daughter.
Yep.
And it's like, but honestly, with that scene for me, I don't feel like, I had a feeling when she stabbed him in the back of the neck, I was like, okay, he's dead. Maybe we're gonna do maybe that's the end of the movie, and we're gonna do a little bit of like Jason Lives type thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Jason,
Michael
Jason comes back.
Yeah,
it'd be like that Jason Lives is the greatest slasher movie, one of the greatest slasher movies of all time. The only one being better is Halloween 1978, but I thought maybe they were going to go down that route, and I was like, oh, maybe. But then he gets back up and kills Karen. Honestly, I feel like that mob thing with them kicking his ass, I feel like that should have happened maybe a little earlier, and then we get to the Karen part. I don't think there should have been a trap.
Oh,
I don't think that there should have been a trap.
I think they should have just
I think that they should have found him
and then beat him.
And then beat him up, and then he gets back up and kills every single one of them when they got their backs turned. And then we get to Karen dying, and that's when the credits roll. That's what I think should have happened. I felt like the whole trap thing and me thinking that maybe Michael was dead, I thought that was kind of out of place, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I got to say. I did like the movie a lot.
I gave it an 85%. I loved it.
He loved it.
Now, normally I
is a
do
little
give
different.
movies like 90 to 100%. I don't usually give it anything less than 85, so...
Me, I'm a 65. I'm a 68%, so I did like it. It's definitely more on the I like it, but it's just... Yeah, it's a great movie. It really was. I enjoyed it a lot. I can't wait to watch it again, to be honest.
It was a lot of fun sitting in theaters watching it.
Yeah, it was. We had a ton of people around. It was really, really good.
I was dressed as Pennywise. Hunter's sister was dressed as...
Yeah, my cousin, Hunter, his friend.
Georgie. And he was dressed as Jason, and Hunter, he's like a good 2 feet
like
taller
six,
than this guy.
Yeah, I'm like 5'8", and he's like 6'5".
6'3", 6'5".
So, yeah, something like that. 6'2",
He's
6'3".
dressed up as a camp counselor. He's got blood all over him.
That was a funny thing. So we went dressed up. It was fun.
We looked at it as like we were like fellow slashers come to support our boy Michael's new movie.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
also, I have the same name as Michael Myers. So.
Yeah, it worked.
I wish I'm gonna legally change my name to Myers.
Well, that's not a good idea.
I want to change my name to Myers.
But yeah, I liked it. It was a really, really good movie. I mean, it was fun. There's a lot of things about it that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Just quite a bit of stuff I didn't like at all. And it just didn't feel right for the movie for me.
Follow me on Instagram at Michael Raven T. Follow me on Letterboxd at Shigokai. And make sure to check out my YouTube channel. I react to short horror films. I'm basically just a reaction channel. So if you want to check me out, go ahead.
Yeah, what he's doing is pretty cool on his channel. It's funny. He is hilarious on his channel. But follow me on Instagram at NelsonReviews. Follow me on Letterboxd at Nelson48. Peace out.